If you're feeling like life is getting busier and busier and you aren't sure how to just stop and take a breath, you might feel a little bit overwhelmed. If that is the case, stick around because today we are talking about 4 ways that you can intentionally slow down so you can feel more peace in your days.
Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renee Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast.
Over the years, I've noticed that there are times when a lot of people will say, "I will do that when life slows down," or "When life isn't so busy, I'm gonna do this." And they go on with different tasks or different dreams that they have. And it kind of makes me sad and it kind of makes me laugh at the same time because I hear from other people and it's like life never slows down unless you intentionally change it. There are definitely seasons of life where it's just busy because there's a lot going on. Maybe you have a really big family and there are a lot of different pieces moving around, or you're traveling a lot, and life just is busy. But in our day to day moments, a lot of times we make it feel busier than we need it to. So when you are feeling really overwhelmed because everything's just getting busier and busier, we have to really capture those moments where we can intentionally slow down so that we don't feel like everything is just going to go off the rails if we even stop to take a breath because we're just trying to keep up on this hamster wheel of life. And we have to just savor those moments and be really intentional about when we are choosing to take those moments of peace and slow things down intentionally because things are not going to slow down for you unless you are intentional. I'm sorry to say it, but that is going to be the case for the majority of people because we just have to pay attention a little bit more. So, I wanted to share 4 ways that you can intentionally slow down when life feels overwhelming. So, we're going to go through these and you can kind of think about them. They're not to be judgmental, they're not to be saying you have to do these things. But I notice that when I am feeling overwhelmed or when we're like in a really busy season of life, these are the things that help me to feel a little bit more grounded and to feel a little bit more like a sense of peace where I can just relax a little bit. I feel like my cortisol levels are dropping and I feel like I have a little bit more space in my day to be able to move forward and choose what I'm filling my time with or to just simply sit in silence because sometimes silence is actually really uncomfortable because we're used to so much busyness. So, here are the 4 things. One is to choose calmer workouts. And I think this one is more important than we realize because when we're doing workouts that are really strenuous and intense, it does have a tendency to spike our cortisol levels, which is going to make you feel even more stressed. So if you are already stressed and busy, and then you're doing a workout that's increasing that stress on your body, and you're not taking time to kind of calm down, you're gonna end up feeling like that fight or flight mode, and you're gonna be constantly, like, chasing the next thing and feeling like you can't slow down. So, not necessarily cutting your workout, and I mean, you can adjust it if you need to, however you need to, but if you enjoy working out and you have a habit of working out because it's healthy for you, I want you to continue doing that because movement is so important. However, choose calmer workouts. So instead of running every day, or instead of going to a HIIT class every day, or doing some sort of really intense workout, try doing something calmer. Try going for a peaceful walk and just moving your body and forget the earbuds even. Like go listen to the birds and go outside, soak up the sun, just walk outside. Or if you are in the house and you're or at the gym or something like that, instead of choosing a class or a workout that's really intense, try choosing a workout that is going to be much slower. Like maybe it's something that keeps you on the mat and it keeps you moving, but it helps you to really stay a little bit more grounded and take those deep breaths, and they're slower movements, and it's more of the mobility, and you could do like a Pilates class or some type of exercise that is much slower and encourages more of those long deep breaths. Number 2 is to take time to sit down to eat. And this can be really hard if we're feeling like we don't have time, but taking a few minutes, even if you only have a few, just taking time to sit down and chew your food and taste it rather than doing it on the go or like scrolling your phone or reading something or writing something while you're chewing or working on your computer while you're eating and you don't even realize that you ate half of the plate because you've just been focused on something else. Instead, just stop multitasking, sit down, chew your food, taste the flavors, and then move on with your day because you're going to feel a better sense of calm when you can stop and sit down to eat your food. Number 3 is to limit your screen time. And this one is so, 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 so important. This one is huge. If I'm feeling overwhelmed, I can guarantee you my screen time is up. And I feel like this is why so many of us are feeling overwhelmed often. We all have screens. We have computer screens, we have TV screens, we have our phone screens, which is huge. We have tablets, we have Kindles, we have all sorts of screens. And the more we consume, the more we're going to feel overwhelmed. You might not realize that that is bringing in a sense of overwhelm, but you're constantly chasing that next dopamine hit. So you're scrolling and you're looking, and it can be incredibly stressful to your mind to be constantly looking for the next thing. So this is really, really important. And if you do only one of these things, this is the one that I would recommend the most is to just cut out your screen time. So if you need to delete your social media apps, delete them. If you need to go check something, you can always download it and log right back in. But if you delete them off your phone, it's going to just remove that temptation. If you are really struggling, you can set a timer on your phone. You can download an app that controls a timer. You can set timers within social media apps. You can set timers in so many different places. So utilize those to help you in this journey. When you are going into your settings on your phone, check your screen time. See how much time you're spending on your phone. I guarantee you it's probably more than you realized. And when you are checking your screen time and monitoring it, you can actually be intentional about not picking up your phone so much and not scrolling so much and limiting that time. And you can see the number go down week by week on how much time you're spending on your phone. And when this happens, you are going to feel lighter. You're going to feel like you have more space in your day. You're going to feel less overwhelmed and less frazzled because you're not being so focused on screens and consuming so much information. If you do this and start making progress and cutting it down a little bit more each week and continue doing this over time, you are going to feel like a completely different person because then you can focus more on what's happening in real life, not focusing on what is happening in other people's lives as they are portraying them, because what you see online is not always what is happening in their real life. And all we're doing is comparing to other people's like social media lives. So it's just another layer of stress that we don't need. So this one alone can just completely change your life. And then number 4 is if you are feeling incredibly overwhelmed, I want you to write a priority list. And this is where you just do a brain dump of everything that is in your mind that you have to do. And instead of keeping it in your mind, just write yourself a big list. And what you're going to do is you're going to list it and then you're going to organize it by your highest priority first. So take another clean sheet of paper and pick out the most important thing on that list and put it at the top. And then pick out the second most important and put it at the top. And go down your list until it's organized by priority. And then I want you to actually review your list and see if you can schedule anything out to a different day. So if you have all this stuff going on today, go through that list and say, okay, does anything not have to be done today? I know it feels like it has to be done today, but what can I do at a different time? And take that, if you can move it to a different day, put it on a different day and actually just go schedule it in your calendar. So then you know that you have blocked off time for that and you can feel a little bit calmer moving forward because you don't have to think about it right now because now you know when it's going to get done and it does not have to get done today. And if you can't schedule it to a different day, is there anything on your list that you can delegate to somebody else? Is there a spouse that you have that could take that off your plate? Is there a kid in your household that can take that off your plate? Can you share some of these tasks and get them off of your plate so you don't feel like so much is being asked of you? And then you're going to see what is remaining on your list. And all you're going to do is you're going to circle the top three, and those are going to be your current focus. You're not going to look at the rest of the list. You are going to take those top three, you are going to pick one and then focus on completing only that task as quickly as possible. Try to remove any distractions if you can. Set your timer if you need to help you stay focused, but focus on just that one task and then see what the next task is and get those first three tasks done. If you're feeling good and you want to do more, go on and pick the next three or just pick the next one, however many you want to do. But try not to do more than three at a time for your focus. You will get further through your list. I guarantee you, you are going to get further through your list much faster and more peacefully if you're doing it this way because you're not going to be feeling like everything has to be done all at once. This will help you to really prioritize, take the most important things, get those done so that you can feel like you're making progress. And even if you don't get your full list done, you know exactly where you need to begin tomorrow when you go and start your day. So this is going to help you to start to sort things out. Obviously, we want to build routines that you don't have to make this priority list every day. You're going to end up building routines that help by the time you do your daily routines, by the time you do your five foundational routines, by the time you do your annual task list and put these things together, you do your weekly planning process. All of these things are routines that you build into your life to simplify it and to keep you organized and to make you feel less overwhelmed. But in the meantime, until you have all of those things in place, you need a system to be able to work out all of the tasks that you have and be able to work through them quickly, make progress without feeling so overwhelmed. And this is a great way to do it is to do this type of priority task. I did this for years. Every once in a while, I'll still do it. Especially do it at work. This is something like if all of a sudden, like so many things are being thrown at me, that is where I pull them all into a list and I sit and I take time to prioritize them and I choose the ones that are most important and I knock those out and then I move down and I continue going through my list and I get so much done this way because it gives me a focus and then I can start making the progress. And that one is really helpful when you're trying to do so many things at once. So just helps you organize your thoughts and then start actually taking action. So I hope that you are able to take these and at least choose one and be able to move forward and make progress and not feel so overwhelmed because we want to enjoy our lives. So any way we can reduce the overwhelm and reduce the stress and feel more joy in our lives, that's what we want to be focusing on accomplishing. So I'll quickly recap those four ways to intentionally slow down when life feels overwhelming is number one, choose calmer workouts. Number two, sit down to eat and actually taste your food. Number three, limit screen time. Delete your social media apps if you need to. Number 4 is to write a priority list. This is where you're going to brain dump everything, then you're going to organize it by highest priority first, and then review your list, see if you can schedule anything out to a different day or delegate anything to anyone else. And then you're going to see what's remaining, circle the top 3, and those are going to be your current focus. So pick one of those 3, focus only on that, and focus on completing it as quickly as possible. Try to remove distractions, put a timer on if you need to, and then try and knock those first 3 out. And then if you need to do more, you can grab the next 3 and keep moving through. And that is going to help you make way more progress when you are feeling overwhelmed. So I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you can take a deep breath and feel a little bit calmer through your day. And I will catch you back here on the next episode.
Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.